Someone needs to hear this. Take a breath, because something in you is finally loosening. Something you've been carrying for far too long. This is the moment where the silence stops being a question and becomes an answer. This reading is for the moment you stop holding on. So let's see what's here for you. You have the Seven of Cups. You have the King of Wands. You have the Page of Swords. You have the Knight of Cups. And with the fifth card, you have that Ten of Wands. The Seven of Cups here. This is where the moment where the emotional haze finally breaks. For so long, you were trying to interpret the silence. You were trying to understand mixed signals. You were trying to make sense of what wasn't being said, and you were trying to read between those lines that weren't even written. The Seven of Cups, it shows the confusion lifting. You're no longer overwhelmed by possibilities. You're no longer drowning in what ifs. You're no longer personalizing someone else's emotional disorganization. This is the moment where you see the situation. You see the situation and yourself clearly. Because you see, we shift to this King of Wands. And I see this is the fire returning in you. The King of Wands is the moment you stop waiting. You stop waiting for someone else to act. You stop waiting for clarity. You stop waiting for closure. You stop waiting for someone to meet you where you already stood. This is self-possession. This is direction here. This is the moment you say, I'm not chasing silence anymore. You're stepping back into your own energy. Not out of anger, but out of self-respect. This is you choosing yourself. And you see this Page of Swords here. This is when your mind goes click. It's that mental click. The clean, sharp realization that cuts through everything. The Page of Swords brings clarity without drama. It's the moment where the story stops looping, where the confusion stops spiraling, where the silence stops feeling personal. You finally understand it wasn't about your worth. It wasn't about your effort. It wasn't about what you did or didn't do. It was about their capacity. And their capacity was never your responsibility. This is the truth that frees you. It's the truth about seeing things now for what they are. And then I see this shifting again with this Knight of Cups. This is your emotional renewal. The Knight of Cups is the moment your heart opens. It's not to them, but to life again. You're remembering what it feels like to hope, to feel, to be curious, to be emotionally available without being emotionally drained. This is the bridge into your next arc. I'm seeing an uplift coming around the horizon here where your heart moves forward instead of backward. You're not closing off, you're opening differently. So, this is where your heart softens again. And then we reach this fifth card here. This final card of this read is the Ten of Wands. This Ten of Wands is the release. The final exhale. The moment where the weight slides off your shoulders. It's that moment you stop carrying what was never yours to hold. The Ten of Wands is the emotional completion of this situation and condition you find yourself in, which is silence you've been going through, this silence. You're done holding the burden. You're done holding the confusion. You're done holding the responsibility of someone else's silence. You're free. You're not losing anything. You're releasing something. I see and I feel you're releasing the version of you who kept waiting. You're releasing the story that kept looping. You're releasing the emotional weight that wasn't yours to carry, and this is the moment the silence stops shaping you and you start shaping your next chapter. If this found you, trust what resonates and leave the rest. And if these readings have been supporting you, feel free to like, subscribe, share, or comment. It helps this little community grow, and it helps these messages reach the people who need them. Thank you.